To begin the UK leg of our world tour, we had a rendezvous with two Marines on a very soggy beach.
Yeah, let's go!
Go, go, go!
The first gadget we wanted to test needed lots of sea and lots of big waves. And thankfully, the North Cornish coast delivered.
Let's jump, baby!
Big time.
Woo! Woo! Working beautifully.
These are Zapcats, incredibly powerful and highly manoeuvrable speedboats, which have become the largest powerboat series in the world.
Zapcats, racing catamarans, little two-stroke engines capable of 45 miles an hour.
And amazingly, their hull and engine combined weigh only a little over 2 Jasons, so they have no trouble getting serious air. In fact, we weren't just passengers, we were also the ballast to keep the Zapcat from flipping.
Woo! These are so manoeuvrable, and taking corners they can pull about 2-3 Gs.
Every divot, every little wave, every drop, fall, rise, you feel it slam right through your spine.
And I've actually got the bruises to prove it.
The soaking we got on the boats was exactly what we wanted, because we had some gadget testing planned.
I'm going to have one blue bum cheek and one normal one.
We wanted to use the Zapcats to test the best way to protect your valuable smartphone from water damage, something that's a whole lot more common than you'd think. A third of us kill our phones through water damage every year.
There is this statistic that says about 850,000 phones are dropped down the toilet every year. And I would normally say, how does that happen? But I know the amount of close calls I've had when I've had my phone in my back jeans pocket.
We had 4 smartphones and would be using each one to test a different method of keeping the water out. Our Royal Marine skippers, Polly and I, would all have a different smartphone strapped to our helmets. The plan was for the Zapcats to hit some serious waves, giving the phones a serious soaking, all whilst we tried to chat to each other via a conference call.
But whilst we were setting up our phones for the test, Mother Nature had decided to up the ante. The Cornish weather had gone from bad to worse.
And of course, the beauty is that's exactly what we needed for our test.
As we climbed aboard, all 4 phones were working, but for how long?
Can you hear me, Rich?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you, Paul. Can you hear me?
I can hear you quite clearly.
Okay, guys, can do it. Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay, here we go. So far, so good. Did you see that? I was airborne then.
Our marine pilots had been playing with us like kittens with fluffy balls. Now the claws were out.
They know their gadgets, and they know how to drive them.
Playtime was over.
Working beautifully.
One way of protecting your phone against water damage is to put it in a case, and my pilot was using the life-proof case in our test. It's fully sealed against dust and water and designed to military spec, which means it should survive 2 metres underwater.
Really interesting case. Has an IP rating of 68. IP stands for ingress protection. 6 is the highest score you can get for dust. 8 is the highest score you can get for moisture. So this thing should be impervious to water.
Can you still hear me, Rich?
Yep.
I had a waterproof phone as my solution, the Panasonic Aluga Android smartphone, which claims to be waterproof straight out of the box. Panasonic say it will cope with staying 1 metre underwater for 30 minutes.
It's not good out here. We need to go out.
Hey guys! So I'm not really hearing much communication from them.
Polly, can you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit, not brilliantly.
I was using a revolutionary solution to the whole waterproofing conundrum. An amazing coating called Liquipel. Liquipel is a nano-engineered waterproof coating 1,000 times thinner than a human hair, which protects your electronic devices without affecting any of their functionality.
You send your phone away and you get it back and it's coated outside and inside on a molecular level. It doesn't even affect the conductivity of electrical circuits and silicon and stuff. That's bonkers.
Wow!
Oh, thanks, Jace.
Woo! The last of our 4 phones had no waterproof coating or case or made any waterproof claims whatsoever. It was the Nokia Lumia 800 which was acting as the control phone in our test. Not surprisingly, it failed very early on and stayed failed.
Nothing at all.
But that was good, because we wanted to try and save the Nokia once we got back to dry land.
Okay, let's get the Nokia off.
So after giving the stone-dead Nokia a quick rinse, we popped it into the saver phone bag. The Saver phone is an airtight pouch that contains desiccant beads, a material that absorbs and traps moisture from the atmosphere. But it wasn't just the Nokia that needed checking, so we removed the phones from the helmet, said goodbye to our new marine friends, and headed off for somewhere a tad drier.
Should we see if they're working?
Yeah.
Let me try this one. This is the Panasonic Iluga.
First up was Polly's supposedly waterproof Iluga.
The Panasonic claims to be waterproof, and yet the speaker had filled with water.
Can you hear some damage on it then? Recording.
Yeah, it's really muffled though. That's rubbish.
Next, the iPhone in the life-proof case, which seemed completely unaffected.
The case has done its job. It's perfect. I'll use the nano-coated Samsung. The Liquipel one worked. It came out scot-free. I mean, it was beautiful.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear your voice really clearly. Can you hear my voice okay?
Yeah, this is the normal conversation I'd be used to.
You know, I'm just sat here, though, don't you?
Yeah.
What about the Nokia? What's the score with this?
Well, the Saver phone bag can take anything up to 72 hours to work properly.
Really?
However, it's already started to turn pink, so that needs to all go pink and turn back to blue, and then it should be ready.
Oh, I'm so excited to know the result.
So it's 2 Gs for the Iluga, a stylish smartphone which doesn't live up to its promise.
And 4 Gs for the user-friendly life-proof case, a great solution which we wish was available for more than just Apple products. And 5 Gs for the Liquipel coating, the first practical application of nanotechnology we've seen, and it works astoundingly well.
As for the Saver phone, we'd have to wait and see.
Well, the dial has gone from blue to
72
pink to
hours.
blue.
So it's ready. Okay, let's turn it on. Hang on, I'm sure I got a little vibration of something in there. Oh! It's booting up, you know. It is booting up. Oh. Save the phone! Save the phone!
And so it's 5 Gs for the Saver phone bag, a gadget that, thankfully for us, does exactly what it says on the tin.